throwing singles events in the Bay Area, I would say the number one concern my singles come to me with, and it's primarily the males, is them being concerned that the singles events will be way more men than it is women. And I could say, thankfully, I have not run into that situation. Usually, all of our events are pretty even down the middle. I would say at most, maybe we have 4 to 6 more men than women the day of, but our ticket ratios are pretty on point, not gonna lie. But for the first time ever, I have an upcoming event where there are a lot more women than men. So this is me reaching out to the San Jose and the Peninsula singles, especially the men. Come December 18th, come to Drake's in San Carlos to do our holiday game night. We're starting out the night with doing singles bingo. The first two people to fill out their bingo card will get a prize. Then we're going to do a white elephant exchange in the form of an ornament exchange. This is me just alleviating the thought process of what white elephant gift do I get? Don't worry about it. Just bring an ornament. Everyone's going to walk away with a nice new ornament to put on their Christmas tree. It's easy. It's a win-win. All that matters is that I'm going to break you out into smaller groups at the singles party so that you get to know other singles and you get play a friendly game of white elephant. Everyone loves a nice little competition, right? And then we're going to end the night with our ugly sweater contest. That's right. I'm highly encouraging you to come in an ugly sweater. You could buy it, you can make it, but I got 3 prizes for the ugliest sweaters there are. So if you're a man living in the peninsula, you're looking for something to do this Thursday, buy our tickets. The discounted tickets are still up for sale right now. Don't get caught at the door paying $20. Right now, you could buy a ticket for, I believe the cheapest one is $16 if you are an early bird, but if you think you're going to come later, you can get the $18 ticket. But I need men. I never thought throwing events I would be asking Silicon Valley men to please show up. Usually people have to ask women to show up. No, men, I need you to show up, please.
And honestly, when I see some of these ladies that host some of these events, they sound cool. Sounds like, oh yeah, man, I would like to go out to that to, if not see any women, just to kind of get up out the house, right? Until you actually go, and the reality of it is, a lot of times these modern women, it's really not, it's really not that, you know, men don't want to go. It's not that men don't want to go. It's just I don't want to get there and it be the same attitude, right? And now I know I've wasted my money messing around with these women. I think that's what a lot of men are avoiding, wasting money. You might be a nice host. It might be a nice party or a nice get together, or a nice mixer. But I know without a shadow of a doubt that I'm going to run into the same type of woman, the threes and fours at best, talking about how they deal with men with money and all of the nonsense. Who wants to be around that? I know you, oh, well, $50 ain't a lot to spend on an event. If I'm running into this and I know for sure I'm going to run into it, I don't even want to spend 10 at all.
I don't know if I was reading too deep in this, but then I saw the comment and I realized I wasn't alone in this one. But my personal opinion, I believe there's so many people that get married solely because they want the wedding and not actually to be married. And on top of this, I just find like videos like this so cringe where it's like you're, an adult and it seems like you're trying to get permission from your parents to like sleep over at your friend's house or something. I see these weddings, whether it's this girl like doing her very strange and mediocre dance in front of her like forced husband who has to watch this, or just these over the top weddings. I truthfully believe there's so many people that if it wasn't for the extravagance and center of attentionness that you get when you have a wedding, a lot of people wouldn't get married. I'm noticing, as more and more wedding videos come out, like it's true, weddings are getting tackier and tackier. People make it seem like just when you're getting married or it's your birthday or something, you can't tell somebody like, no, like this is not a good idea. Because in my opinion, when I see these like videos of these people who force their husband or wives to like watch them dance or watch them sing or do some weird thing at their wedding, truthfully believe it like fulfills this like young part of them doing what they probably wanted to do. I'm sure this girl wanted to be like a dancer or a cheerleader, and she's like, this is my moment to feel like I'm finally that thing. Moral of the story here is this is why every time people do this kind of stuff, it goes viral and everyone's telling them that it's cringe. It's because not everybody is forced to have to pretend that this was special, like the people at your wedding were probably pretending. But that's just my opinion. But hey, what do you think?
I saw a statistic the other day, and it basically said there are more single people now in their 20s to 30s than there have ever been. I can't remember what the exact number was, but it was substantial, and I feel like I have seen that. Everywhere I look, my own friends, people in my life in their 30s or nearing 30 and are still single. Amazing people that absolutely should have no problem finding anybody. I just wonder why that is. I do think to a degree people are more content waiting to find somebody, but definitely not in all cases. It's that people finally aren't settling. They're not accepting crappy relationships as a lifelong partner. It does make me sad too, though, how many friends and people I know that are, again, amazing and want to find someone and get married, and they just can't. What is happening? What is there just no good men? Men, you need to step up and be better. What is going on? I mean, I do know that that's true. It does seem like there are less good men. Anyways, yeah. What is happening?
Anything profound. But man, this thing is in my chest.
In rehearsals though, it's working on a not in rehearsals. Dream.
India 30 Claims Department.
Okay.
And what was your name one more time for me?
Tim.
Okay, hi Tim.
What's up, girl?
I'm fine. Can we have eye to eye?
Oh, you want to take my glasses off?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Dang.
Girls like this. And you know, you actually look really handsome with your glasses off.
So where did you find the balloon?
Because for one, you came in here with good confidence. You know, you were good, but you were just so mean to the ladies.
I didn't say nothing to him. What
You said plenty.
I said plenty.
A few moments earlier.
Just looks, hair.
Mm-hmm.
You gonna let me talk? Because I was quiet while you was talking. Can I just give her $100 to leave?
Oh, that's fine. Okay.
The shoes, the tattoos. I don't like tattoos on my women. Yeah, the jewelry, if that's jewelry. But yeah, the outfit is just not. Yeah, it's not. I'm gonna say I'm not interested because she's lying.
It was just the way you did my girls, Tim.
You worried about them or you worried about you?
I mean, I ain't worried about nobody. Okay.
But I would have popped too.
That's fine. Give me a blue.
I mean, to be fair, he did kind of do a lot at first. So, you know, when she decided to do that, like a lot of the stuff that she was doing was kind of over the top, dog. So I kind of understand where she's coming from.
Yeah, ladies, don't be fooled by this. She became a millionaire by exploiting her little brother, her minor little brother, for OnlyFans, while the parents just sat back and let it all happen because they were raking in the dough too. So, the grass is not always greener on the other side, babe.
You think the average woman in her early 20s is just 50-year-old guys who are
Fuck yes.
testosterone?
Yeah.
No way.
It's
like
a statistic.
It may be
Girls my
normalized
age
a lot.
are older
Way.
guys now these days.
Older, yes, but where the fuck is a girl who's 21 even gonna meet a 50-year-old? The average
internet.
21-year-old might be like
Whole
a little
Foods.
older than her, but even like a 30-year-old has got to be such a tiny percentage of the people who are 21-year-olds. The average 21-year-old is not on like Fresh and Fit or getting flown out to people's yachts in Miami. People
Yeah,
have sex
who's
with
doing
people who
that?
are like, what?
I
You
don't
just
know.
started older guys like as soon as you were able to?
I don't know.
What do you think's your best attribute?
My best attribute?
Yeah.
What is that?
You don't know what an attribute is?
No.
Like, your most attractive trait.
Probably my boobs.
Your
My titties. Everybody looks at my before they talk to me. Period.
Do you like when they look at your?
I mean, you only live once, so oh well.
What are you supposed to be for Halloween tonight?
The baddest.
So a guy comes up to you, he asks to touch your boobs. What do you tell him?
No! My friend Artie's taking care of me. I'm not that drunk.
So he can look, but he can't touch.
Period.
How do you think society would view it if men came out
Fuck men.
with like, huh?
Fuck men. They are scumbags. They cheat on you. They embarrass you. They are liars. No.
You think men lie more than women?
Yes.
Why?
I am a heartful person. I've been looking for love since forever. I gave up on love. I don't know where love is anymore, so I'm out tonight. My ex, everything. I'm out tonight.
You out here telling people you a doctor and you can't afford $57 for the girls? What?
So apparently single men are starting to become afraid to approach women in real life because they don't want to be viewed as creepy. Around like 53% according to this one study. And I just really think that is not enough. Run the percentage up. This is not a bad thing. And I'm going to tell you why. A man being concerned about being viewed as creepy while approaching a woman shows an awareness of the reality of violence that women face when they are approached by men, when they deal with men, when they're talked to by men, when they're harassed by men, cackled by men, etc. And he does not want to be a part of said reality. There is literally nothing negative about men starting to be hyper aware of how they're interacting with women. There's no negative to that because it's been on the other end of the spectrum for so long, right? Like men have been so used to women being at their disposal and their availability whenever they want to, right? That now some men see it as a slight that, oh my God, I have to worry about being viewed as a creep. You have to worry about being viewed as a creep while we have to worry about death. This is not a slight to you if you are concerned about being viewed as creepy. You should be. You should be thinking, how am I going to approach this woman in a way that is not going to scare her, that is not going to creep her out or freak her out or make her feel like I am dangerous. You should absolutely be thinking that. And then for the men that are like, well, how am I supposed to date women now? Oh my gosh, like, how am I supposed to go on dates? Do you hear yourself? Your complaint is that going out on dates with women is now going to be harder for you. That doesn't sound like the most privileged thing. Being harder for y'all to approach us is not oppression. That is not a slight to you. That is a byproduct of the violence that we have to deal with and face. It's a byproduct of all these other men in the world that make that so difficult. A black woman and girl was killed every 6 hours in 2020. Around 81% of women in general deal with sexual harassment. Women get killed for saying no to men on the street. Until those statistics and statistics like it stop, we have a right to not be sure if you as a man approaching us is going to be one of those men. And you need to start thinking about your behavior and making sure you do not become one of those men or come off as one of those men. This is not a negative thing. A lot of y'all need to be concerned about being viewed as a creep.
She's lifting. I thought she was naked, by the way. It's apparently does the color pro leggings. It is what it is. Oh. Girlfriend got stuck. Bail out. Just bail. She got stuck. She didn't want to throw it. So now she's trying to get guys to come over and help her to lift that thing off her back. Right now, this goes on. Look, excuse me. She's just sitting there. Just throw it out. Now, just throw it. She was afraid to do that. And I'm not going to lie. I might be afraid to do it too because it's a lot of weight. And I'd be like, is it going to hit me in the behind? What's going to go on? She stays there. Excuse me. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my God. Well, yeah, you can't stay there all day, girlfriend. If you scroll through, I don't know, Della, if you want to scroll through, but ultimately what happens is a girl comes over.
She's sitting there for like a minute.
Lifts it off her back. She's like, hey. Now, granted, guys have earbuds, but you will see that the girl comes over and helps her.
Okay.
First of all, girlfriend, why are you lifting all that weight? That's too much weight for you. You need to know your limits.
And I think this is going to become more common, where if you need help, you're going to have to ask another woman. And I don't see necessarily anything wrong with that part. Men have been treated so badly, they're not going to take that risk, especially if you're dressed like that. I know I'll get hate for saying that, but that's the reality, especially for the men who are taken. He's not going to want to be all up and close to you like that. And a lot of men have faced consequences for helping women, whether saving them from drowning, because it's often taken the wrong way. And women can't blame anyone except themselves in this situation.
I'm 55. Men who are 55 and are available are either one, divorced. If they're divorced, it's usually their fault.
There has been so much shaming and blaming of men for absolutely everything.
If you've never been married, then you're either really ugly and nobody ever wanted to marry you.
As a 50-year-old woman who's child-free by choice and has never been married.
Or you're way too good looking and you've just been playing the field the whole time and you're a complete narcissist.
Is he really a narcissist, or did you create a false narrative in your head, and then when he didn't live up to that expectation, instead of taking accountability and loving him for who he is, you actually demonize his character to everybody around so you don't look stupid?
Divorced men are also totally disgruntled. They think it was the woman's fault. They're mad about everything, and they're usually bald.
Hair loss is a common effect of menopause, and you are not alone.
And fat. Men in their 40s are better looking, but if they're divorced, they usually have little kids.
I have 3 kids and 3 different baby daddies.
And if they're divorced, they're either pissed off because they're divorced and life didn't turn out the way they planned.
So they did a study and they tracked 60 divorcing families over a course of 10 years. 40% of the women were still angry about their divorce and about their ex 10 years later.
Or they're just busy trying to get as much you-know-what as they can because they're free again.
So why do divorced women seem to have this hoe phase after they never wanted to have sex with their husband?
Men in their 30s are fine that they haven't had kids yet or anything because they're still in their 30s. They're better looking, they have hair, but what you have nothing in common with
You know, when they first started calling me a cougar, I was a little bit offended.
them. I'm 2 lifetimes ahead of them. That's it. There's nothing left. There is nothing left.
Okay, ladies, this is how you know when you're a cook.
I can show you what you're missing. Yeah, boy, I can be the whiskey in your soda, the lime to your Corona.
Maturing is realizing if you were pampering your woman how you should be, she wouldn't be able to leave you.
Maturing is realizing that you can't save them all. Viewer discretion is advised.
Real feminine women are picky, jealous, expensive, and a lot of men don't like that. They complain about that. But me, I love that because in my head, I do so much for this girl. No other man can put up with her like I can.
When you say put up with her, what you mean by that?
Not possible. You get into a relationship wanting to do the bare minimum, and then you wonder why she's always complaining. When she wants something, it should be your every intention to get it for her. I cook for her. I clean for her. I change the baby's diapers. I do everything. She says, please tell me, why would she leave me? She has her own personal slave.
Now, every man that saw the first part of that clip knows exactly what this is. However, ladies, y'all really be believing the men that get on here and talk like this? Like, y'all really believe that the men that come on here and speak like that actually believe in what they're saying, and they're actually elated to be a slave to their women? Because if you were to ask me, being a slave to anyone at all is just insane. You shouldn't have to be a slave to be happy in a relationship, let alone to keep your partner around. Because to me, it's quite apparent that he's just pandering to women. He's going to tell you exactly what y'all want to hear, and he's going to make a bag off of it because a lot of them are going to fall for it. But for the women that do believe in what he's saying, how can y'all not see the... I don't get it.
A lot of men want their girl to be the slave. They want to sit down like a king, and while their girl does all of the work, to me, that makes no sense. I want my girl to sit pretty. I don't want anyone to see her doing any type of work. You're a female. You shouldn't be doing any work. You should just be sitting down with your nails did and your makeup on, you know, looking pretty. That's all I want. I like the appearance. Just come with me, look pretty. That's all you got to do. Everything, manual, you know, physical, I'll do that.
I'm still stuck on the fact that he believes he has to be a slave in a relationship to keep his woman. And you got to read between the lines of his statements, because one of the things that he said that stuck out to me was no one can put up with her. It's not a really good way to describe your situation. One thing is apparent to me. This young brother is lost in the worst way, and that's okay because we can't save them all. Some of them have to be collateral damage for the overall bigger picture. And it's sad because you can tell that he's really young, and I'm not sure who brainwashed him into believing, yo, this is how you're supposed to be with a woman. Although you can just actively look around and see there are plenty of men that are in active, healthy, functioning relationships that are not slaves to their women. And their woman doesn't have to be a slave in return in order for him to be happy. They're 2 functioning adults that come together and make a relationship work. He contributes, she contributes in the best way they possibly can. But in your mind, the sure way to keep your girl is to do everything she asks for and make sure she does nothing. Because at that point, you're the only person that can put up with her. Why would she ever leave you? Well, I tell you, pussy is one hell of a drug. But here's what I will say. No matter who you think you are, no matter how much money you make, no matter what kind of status you got, no matter how much work you put into a relationship, can't nothing keep a woman except a woman that wants to be kept. None of what he's saying in that video is going to help you keep your woman. The best that you can do is commit, Put your best foot forward, make sure she does the same, and you both contribute in a healthy manner to that relationship. Don't allow the lost ones to veer you off track, because when it's all said and done, they will not come back to help you. Y'all keep the change.
Women multiply whatever you give them, right? Like you give us a bag of groceries, we give you a 5-course meal.
Hello and welcome to the National Geographic special, the Alpha Female Edition. Let us watch an alpha female in her natural habitat. And remember, don't simp. Alpha Venom is watching with his knife.
You give us a house, we give you a home. You give us a little something, maybe we give you a baby.
What we have here is the Lord of Divorce, speaking on being in long-term relationships, even though she's the greatest single mother that has ever lived in human history. Quite an interesting being, this one is, isn't she?
We multiply. But if you give us any grief, we'll give you 1,000 fucking headaches.
Notice how the Lord of Divorce and Balancer of Assets speaks on how ladies can drive a man insane. Just as she had destroyed the 6 men she ended her relationships with, becoming Thanos, destroyer of man's souls.
Because we do so much for you. We do so much. We dote over you. We do all the things for you.
And like a crack of wind out my ass, they dissipate and leave. These animals are quite majestic, aren't they?
I guess I'm kind of confused with what, Miss Lopez is talking about, because she's been with Ben, Mark Anthony, I think, Alex Rodriguez, back to Ben. She got P. Diddy somewhere in there. I'm not sure what the order is, but modern women like to get up here and talk about the stuff that they're going to do, and they try to act like they're such great people. I know everything, if you do this and I'll do this. No, you won't. No, you won't, because you haven't been doing it. You haven't been doing it. I know y'all like to get out here in the public and tell y'all side of the story about how a man was trash and you don't need a man and a man was trying to hold you back. But what we don't hear a lot is the man's side of the story. What we don't hear a lot is what you put the man through. Now, I can let you off the hook with P. Diddy. Maybe. But all these other guys, all of them are trash. Oh, if you give me if you give me a headache, then I'm gonna give you wrath or whatever. Did you ever stop to think that maybe you were the headache? Did you ever stop to think that maybe you follow in the footsteps of, or a lot of these modern women follow in the footsteps of you, and y'all actually be giving men headaches? Y'all actually be causing problems? It be you that has the issue? No, of course not. Of course not, because I'm beautiful. I'm sugar and spice and everything nice. Why would I? How would I? Who could even fathom that I could cause a problem like this? Exactly. Y'all got issues, man. Y'all got problems. I know y'all don't like to hear that, but y'all be the problem. Y'all be giving men headaches. Y'all be tearing a man down. Y'all be ruining a man's day, but y'all never take accountability for that.
Low prices attract many fucking customers. She's for the fucking streets. Stay walking these streets like big brr.
She wants to wear the pants in the relationship, but she also wants a masculine man. She wants a man to lead, but villainizes him every time he does. If you want men to act masculine, you have to treat them like men. You can't lead every decision, control the relationship, and then wonder why you feel exhausted, irritated, and unsupported. Masculine men lead, they protect, they provide direction. But here's the issue, when men step into that role, many women villainize them. A man says, "Don't wear that tonight," and he's labeled controlling and insecure, when he's simply just protecting. A man says, "I'm not okay with your attitude," and is called manipulative, when he's just being clear about his expectations. A man says, "I don't tolerate disrespect," and suddenly he's a narcissist, when in reality he's just practicing self-respect. This isn't oppression, this is just masculine leadership. Masculinity has been demonized so much that women want strong men but are not allowing strength. Control isn't femininity, it's wounded energy. It comes from fear, not power. If you don't trust a man to lead, that's a conversation to have, not a role to sabotage. You cannot emasculate a man and and still expect him to show up as one. If you want a masculine partner, stop punishing masculine behavior and labeling it as these negative buzzwords. Even when you're single, let men lead, let men protect, and let them be men. Because what you honor grows and what you attack disappears.
He just is with this guy because he makes a lot of money.
Your boyfriend is, of course, a millionaire. He's literally one of our greatest friends. He's one of my brothers. If he wasn't making all that money, would you actually still be with him?
No.
Really?
No.
Why is that?
Well, because I think if he wasn't making money and if he was broke, right? The qualities, the characteristics, the behaviors, the mindsets, and the habits of a man who is broke are very different compared to a man that's making money. Now, I'm not saying that money makes the man, but I am saying that the trials and the tribulations that man had to endure to acquire a lot of money is what makes him. Right? So if his mind's not in the right place, his money's also not going to be in the right place. Now, a lot of people would probably not agree with me, like, oh my God, she's a gold digger then, right? Like, she just is with this guy because he makes a lot of money. No, if you were to ask me, okay, but would you still be with your man if he ended up losing it all? Then the answer would be yes. Because if he had acquired it once before, he's already gone through the lessons.
He can do it again.
He can do it again. And if he's with me and I'm by his side, I'm gonna make
he's
sure he gets that shit
he's gonna make
tenfold.
sure.
Exactly.
So like I said, these modern women are great. They're fantastic at PR. I mean, some of the best around. And they look good doing it too, right? She's got her hair done. She's got her the little necklace. She's got her nails done. I think it looks like, and the little watch, the whole aesthetic. So you get sucked in, you get lured into what she's actually saying because she looks good. I think that's actually, I can't remember what it's called in psychology, but it's, you want to believe what they're saying. You want to, you really want, because they're so beautiful, you want them to be a good person. Now, I'm not saying that she's the best looking person. I'm just saying because her presentation is there. It's a beautiful presentation. The aesthetic in the background, all of it is fantastic. And so she must be saying something that sounds great. Obviously, as men, we listen to that and be like, "No, that's stupid. It sounds stupid," because we actually listen to what a lot of these women are saying, and we don't get blinded a lot of times by their beauty. But for modern women, they'd be like, yeah, she's beautiful, and what she's saying is, it's just so well put, but she's not saying anything. What she's saying is foolishness, pure, just unadulterated foolishness. All of it. Like, well, he wouldn't be rich if he didn't have the mind. It's more about his mind. No, you wouldn't be with him because he's broke. There's a lot of people, once again, that don't make a lot of money. As a matter of fact, there's a lot of brothers out there that are not millionaires, that are making six figures. Would you be with them? No, because they're not millionaires. Because they can't provide you a certain lifestyle that you've grown accustomed to. Y'all say a lot of stuff that you don't really mean. Y'all say a lot of stuff with certain words and you know how to articulate and it sounds great, but you're just talking trash. And once again, even though it sounds great, we don't call women losers enough. I'm afraid to say it like that. We don't call women losers enough. We just don't. This is loser speech right here. At some point in time, well, not anyway, at some point in time, I think y'all need to have a talk. Because what she's talking about is pure foolishness.
I hate when men ask, oh, so what's the relationship between you and your baby daddy? There's not one, but he will crash out if he finds out about you. He don't want to see me with nobody else, and he don't want to marry me. So, therefore, are we going to pursue this or not? I can't help what I got. I did it. It's done. What we going to do?
Pursue? Baby, you just won season tickets to the single section. I'm sorry. I'm not dealing with no man that got a toxic ass baby mama. All that crashing out, all of that, baby, crash out over there together. I'm gonna leave you over there and I'm gonna keep going. Like, people only do what you allow them to do. How you sitting here saying, oh, he gonna do this, he gonna do that, blah, blah, blah. Okay, making the next person deal with it, you allowing it, you entertaining that. You have to check that if you got to put a restraining order on him, if you got to move away from him, like do whatever it takes because he's jeopardizing your future. He's going to make you be by yourself, lonely, depressed. And guess what he going to do? He going to end up getting him somebody and moving on with life after he didn't torture you your whole time because you sat there and allowed it and think somebody supposed to put up with it. Nobody finna do that. People want to protect their peace. Why would I deal with somebody like that? And it's a million people in the world that does not bring baggage to the situation. Like, what makes you special that people gonna feel like, oh, let me be with her baby daddy. I'm gonna be with the crash out situation. Nobody want to deal with that type of shit. You shouldn't even want to deal with that. Am I tripping or no?
Send that girl $1,500 to her Cash App right now. Why? No more 50-50. We ain't playing that roommate shit.
Hold up.
Gotta start treating these women like the goddesses that they are. Nigga, are you dumb? Do you know how honored we should be just to be in their presence? Bruh. Always remember, she is the prize.
Oh, no.
You are here to serve her. So stay focused. Cut. Yo, we about to do numbers. Them hoes gonna love this. You know, all you gotta do is tell them what they want to hear about it.
Bro, we're still recording.
All my kids had to sign a prenup before they got married to their partners because if they didn't, they wouldn't get anything from my will.
You don't have a prenup, you don't take under the will. First, all my children are married. All my children have prenups. In my estate, it works like this. If you don't have a prenup, you don't take under the will.
Bingo.
So I become the bad guy. And every time I tell people this, I don't know how old your kids are, you will remember this, believe me. So you don't want your kid to have to be the bad guy. You're the bad guy. So my kids can say, hey, my dad, my dad. Now, if you don't want to sign it,
yeah,
we're not getting.
That's right.
And so that's the first thing. The prenups are fairly tough.
Okay.
Like, you know, one lawyer said this is the most egregious document I've ever read.
Egregious.
I'm
sure you took it as a compliment.
I said by design.
By design.
And so, but listen, all of the daughter-in-laws, the son-in-law, I love these folks, but I'm not going to have a situation where somebody can come in and, you know, my one son, Matt, said, because he was the first one, he's like, well, Daddy, maybe I put a clause in there that if I cheat on my wife, that is a null and void. I go, no, because we don't need to have any litigation. He goes, I'm not going to cheat. I said, I know you're not, you know. But he asked that question. I said, let's just get the document signed.
Everybody should be signing a prenup.
If I remember this guy correctly, he stands on business. This man, I think he made his kids work for it. I think they were asking, he's well off, and they were asking him for money. And he said, no, we're not going to do this giving money stuff out. Y'all going to get a job. Y'all going to work. Y'all going to actually do something. Y'all not going to sit around and be lazy. Yeah, you were born into a lot of money, a lot of rich wealth, but we're not going to be doing none of that. You're going to be getting up and working.
No, I'm just, you look pretty cute.
I have a boyfriend. I'm sorry.
No. See?
Boyfriend. No, I have a boyfriend. Thank you, but
Yeah,
I have
wait.
a boyfriend.
No,
I
it's
have a
okay.
boyfriend. I have a boyfriend.
For real?
No, because I have a boyfriend. No, I have a boyfriend. I actually do have a boyfriend.
I
I
knew.
have a boyfriend.
You do?
I have a boyfriend.
No.
I'm married. I'm engaged.
See? You look like the girl.
I have a boyfriend. It's up here.
Yeah.
I have a boyfriend.
Really?
I appreciate that, yeah.
She married? Where the ring?
I have a boyfriend.
I put a ring on the finger. I put a ring.
I have a boyfriend. I'm sorry. I have a boyfriend. No, I'm married. I have a boyfriend. I have a man. I'm totally married though.
You're married?
I have a man.
Huh?
I can feel it in the air.
And I would say probably about 50% of these women just lying. And they wonder why men don't approach. Oh, I have a man. I have this. I have that. Oh, I'm in a relationship. Sorry. Thank you. Y'all don't think that men don't see this stuff. Men see this stuff. They see these videos. Oh, well, I don't have a man. Why don't men approach? Well, it looks like on the video that you said you actually do have a man. So I'm taking you at your word. Yeah, but just approach it and just make sure that I don't have a man. If I see on the video that you specifically don't have or you not single, you have a man, why would I approach you? Well, things can change. So basically, just give you the opportunity to leave that man. Even if that was the case, give me the opportunity to leave that man. Give me the opportunity to make the decision whether I want you or whether I want him. Why would I want to do that? Why would I want to do that? Modern women, man, it's just foolishness. There was a comment where the picture in the comment was a court jester, just somebody in there dancing in front of a queen, and that's what it looks like for a lot of these men trying to approach. Now, I do appreciate some men in the comments talking about, hey, bro, there's 600 million women in the world, or however many. Keep on approaching. Hey, this is just part of being a man. Sure it is. Sure it is. Men understand and they know they have to approach. But I think for a lot of men, it's the lying. Just the flat out lying. I have a man, I'm married. I have a man, I'm married. Just whatever excuse that you want to make, just lying. You're lying. You don't have a man. Period. All of y'all have men. Then y'all come back and tell us that y'all don't have a man. Really? Really? Then y'all wonder why men don't approach you guys. You're liars. All of you. Just lying.
Okay, listen, this is just a reminder that men are disgusting and they do not care about half the shit that you think that they care about. They do not care about the little things that you obsess over in your head.
We barely talked all day, and then I texted him. I was like, hey, do you want to call? And he just goes, can't. And I said, okay, we're good, right? And he just said yes. And then he didn't snap me or anything for like 4 hours, and I just sent him a snap asking if he wanted to like see what I was painting, because I'm painting. I was like, hey, you want to see what I painted? And he just left it on open. Like, I'm not forcing you to date me. You don't have to be with me, okay? Just tell me so I'm not like wasting my time anymore.
You know what? You don't get it. There is a darkness inside of me. It wants to get out, wants to walk around. It wants some walking around money, and it wants to buy some shoes, and it wants to walk up with the people and say, hey, Gator don't play no. You feel me? Gator never been about that. Never been about playing no.
How to detect low vibrational women. Pay attention.
This is a boxer, dude? Are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me?
What?
This is a boxer guy from New York. Are you serious? You're online with just any girl requesting her. I had to request you, but you're requesting her? Are you for real? How are you though? How do you have a fight coming up anytime? I miss you.
Yeah, I do.
My outfit today?
Hell nah, bro. You looking
Bro,
very...
he's black. It's okay. He's a fruit bucket. He's a fruit bucket.
You caught that? Whenever you don't like them, they say you're zesty. If you truly know within yourself you're not a mook, stay calm. If it's not true, why you barking? If a dog barks, you don't bark back, right? This is also the evil spirit in them. Evil spirits like to antagonize you for a reaction. Don't give them a reaction. They feed off negative energy.
I can't show my body. No, he's a fruit bucket. It's okay. Show him your whole body and I can't show my boobies.
It's too much double standards in dating. If she sets boundaries, she's empowering. If men set boundaries, we're controlling. If I don't want a single mother, I'm immature. If she don't date broke men, it's a preference. It's too much double standards in dating.
Bro, why are you trying to act nonchalant? Like you're not, the aura is not giving that. It is, I like him. I don't. Pass me that ball. It's giving cornball. Here. Pass me that ball. Here, cornball. Passed.
Understand that Jezebels hate prophets. Whenever they can't get a reaction out of you, it makes them upset. Jezebel spirits feed off negative energy. Don't give them any reaction. For those of you that don't know, a Jezebel spirit is a biblical term. It's basically a woman made to manipulate men, destroy men, and take advantage of men's lust. Understand that most of these women nowadays are zombies. They're all programmed. They want their nails done, hair done, BBL done. They think that if you can't provide that, you don't deserve love. So always be on lookout for a Jezebel spirit. And above all, stop chasing women. If you're 18 through 28 years old, You need to be focused on your God-given purpose. Stop chasing women. In 10 years from now, nobody's gonna ask you how much females you cracked. What did you do? Who did you inspire? Stop worrying about these females and get on your grind. A chick is not gonna make you $1 million. They pull up on you when you got the mill.
I heard someone say, a woman falls in love with how a man treats her and falls out of love for the exact same reason. A man never loses to another man. He loses to himself.
Videos like this are the reason that you can never convince me that Western women aren't the definition of narcissism. Notice how they always speak from the position of the guy always losing the girl and never the girl losing the guy.
Damn, bitch, you hella thick. I'm talking to you.
You're talking to me?
Yeah, you thick.
Okay, thank you, but please don't call me a bitch, okay? Oh, please back up. You're making me uncomfortable. Yes, you're making me uncomfortable. You're like so close to me right now.
Back up, bro. Leave her alone. Seriously, seriously. Wait, who is you? I mean, I'm nobody.
The title of that video is I'm terrified to have a daughter because this is the world she's coming into. First, let me say this. I'm not terrified to have a daughter because my little girl, I'm going to teach her to grip and fucking rip. She will rip your fucking dick off if you treat her like one of the cowards, one of the pieces of shit in that video. But let me talk to my men for a second. Fathers, this is on us. This is on us to change this world. See, we keep hearing about the bear and we keep hearing about the world we live in of how there's no real men. This is to the real motherfucking men that follow me. It is up to us to raise our sons that shit will not fucking be their behavior. And if they see that behavior, we are to knock them the fuck out on sight. No questions. No questions. This is not a conversation like that guy in the first part of that video was gently put the back. No, he was on top of that woman. She was extremely uncomfortable. He goes night, night, motherfucker. We put him to fucking sleep and then we escort that woman home so we know she's safe. To the real men, this is on us. It is up to us to change this fucking dynamic that's in the world that men are horrible. It's up to us to stop raising these boys that think it's okay to treat women like this. It is up to fucking us. Let's get to work.
I think men are okay with being there for women and protecting women. I think where it gets mixed up is when the woman would turn around to the man and be like, thanks, but I didn't need that. Okay. Or the man, he has to physically put his hands on her to move her out of the way. Move out of the way so I can, basically there's dangers, oncoming danger. I want to make sure that you're straight. And then she turns to him after the event, after she can clearly see that there was danger and says, thanks, but there must be a better way for you to protect me next time. It's just the constant policing of how a man does stuff that wears men out. It wears them out. It's not funny. It's not cool. It's not a joke. It's not a prank. So a man in that moment, when he hears that, he's like, oh, okay. And that's when the man starts to step back because he can see that you're ungrateful, straight up ungrateful. And then you're going to get mad and you're going to look around and you're going to say, where are all the men at? Why don't men protect and provide anymore? Great for you for teaching your little girl to grip it and rip it and all that stuff. I think that you should do that. You can never know. You never know what's going on with people. But we also have to be honest about how some of these modern women are acting, about how they're carrying themselves. A man can open the door and a woman look at him crazy like, oh, I didn't need you to do that. I can open the door myself. Okay, I know you can, but thank you. I think the phrase that you were looking for is thank you. They never say it. Oh, I'll pay for your drink. Oh, well, that's what you should be doing, as you should. That's the bare minimum a man can do. If you're going to talk to me, well, I didn't want to talk to you. I was just, I was just being nice. Oh, you don't want to talk to me? Come on now. You don't want to talk to me? I'm fine. Listen, lady, I'm not here for that. So I don't think that once again, men mind doing anything for women. It's just the attitude behind it. A man might come up, and I've seen it to where a man comes up, he sees a woman in the store, he says, hey, I got her tab. You got a tab? Yeah, there's a random woman. You don't know that woman. Yeah, man, but I see she has a child, and I remember when my mom and we were struggling, and I would have loved for somebody to do that for us. So I'm paying it forward. Oh, thank you so much, sir. Please let me do something for it. No, no, no. I'm just paying it forward. That's literally it. Men do that. Hey, I got her coffee. Don't worry about it. Could be a college student. I got a little girl in college, and well, she not a little girl anymore, but I mean, to the man, that's still my little girl, right? I got a little girl in college, and I would want somebody to take care of her, and I don't get to see her much because she's out there, doing big girl things and killing the game. But I when I saw you, it just made me think of my little girl, and I said, hey, I want to take care of somebody today, so don't worry about it. Go out there. I know whatever you're doing, you're gonna be great at it. I know you're making your dad proud. Men do that all the time. That's how men are. They're natural protectors. They sit back, they observe what's going on, and they say, hey, I want to be of assistance. I want to be of service. How can I help? Even when you got somebody on a job site, hey, I want to be of assistance. How can I help? They just hire in men with no experience because they know men will get out there and just work. They know men will just get out there and do it. Just tell me where you need to be, I'll do it. Tell me where you want me to go, I'll go do it. But when you start to turn around and say, hey, instead of a spirit of constructive criticism, it's more along the lines of, oh, why would you even think to do this? Why would you? And you start to tear down their self-esteem. It's like, well, I didn't know what to do. I was just trying. Well, I was just trying to step in and help out. I wasn't trying to be no hero. I was just trying to, just be a good person. Just be a good person in society. Yeah, but you could have done this, da, 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 da. And the man in his mind is now like, oh, okay. Well, the next time that happens, I'm gonna step back and let it happen. So that could have very well been that man that stepped in between the young lady and the other dude in the elevator. Had the woman acted crazy, or he had an experience with a woman that acted crazy, but good on him for saying, hey, bro, don't do that. Hey, man, step back. What you doing is out of pocket, bro. Don't do that. No, don't. Just move out the way, doc.